ISIL is a terrorist organization.
ISIL.
ISIL.
ISIS.
ISIS.
Daesh.
This is the new face of evil. This is what nightmares are made of. Ruthless, cold-blooded killers on a mission to wage war, to annihilate millions of people. We are their enemy, and they will stop at nothing to destroy us. All measures should be taken in our defense, that always will we remember the character of the onslaught against us.
The rise of the Islamic State of Iraq and Sham, recently renaming itself the Islamic State, has caught the attention of the entire world. The rapid advancement through Syria and Iraq caught the two countries by surprise, and over the past 2 years has thrown the region into chaos. The Islamic State now has control of large swaths of Syria and Iraq, and in late June the group declared it had created a caliphate, or Islamic State, stretching from Aleppo in Syria to the province of Dawla in Iraq.
Financiers allegedly coming from Qatar, Yemen, and Saudi Arabia. The Islamic State also controls several oil fields, operates complex extortion schemes throughout its territory, and heavily taxes people living under its rule. This has made the Islamic State an estimated near $2 billion operation.
That means it's bringing in $1.2 million a day from Iraq and another $2 million a day in Syria.
It's not just the growing number of the Islamic State fighters, which totals now estimate reaching around 100,000 fighters even, but also their growing wealth. In 2014, it was reported that this terrorist group stole over $500 million US from a bank in Mosul after they took over the city. Another way the Islamic State has been able to finance their reign of terror is by taking over strategic oil fields, where it is estimated now that they make $2.5 million US a day by selling 50,000 to 60,000 barrels of oil a day on the black market, making them one of the most funded extremist groups in history. Also during their conquest of terror, the Islamic State has also looted more than a third of Iraq's 12,000 important archaeological sites, and they are now under ISIS control, where they began excavating and selling artifacts dating from 9000 BC to AD 1000 through black market collectors and dealers. By some estimates, these sales now represent the Islamic State's second largest source of funding. Tablets, manuscripts, and cuneiforms are the most common artifacts being traded. However, one of their biggest payoffs recently came from looting the 9th century BC palace of the Assyrian king, which is now known as Nimrod, and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of irreplaceable pieces are being sold to Western countries to fund the terrorists.
The systematic cultivation of future jihadists has begun, as propaganda featuring militants handing out ice cream or having carnivals has circulated. Contradictory reports have emerged, claiming that children are either being coerced into joining or are joining of their own volition. According to specialists in jihadist propaganda, these children are not placed in primary roles, but viewed as long-term assets who will have years to mature into deadly militant soldiers.
While about a quarter of the foreign fighters are from the West, the majority are from the nearby Arab countries, such as Tunisia, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan. Among the foreign fighters in Syria and Iraq, it is projected that over 3,000 are from Tunisia, over 2,500 from Saudi Arabia, over 2,000 from Jordan, over 1,500 from Morocco, over 800 from Lebanon, over 600 from Russia, over 600 from France, over 500 from Libya, 500 or more from the UK, and close to 500 from Turkey. International investigators gathering evidence against the Islamic State fighters have built up a detailed picture of how the Islamic State operates, with self-appointed leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi at the top. Directly beneath him are 4 advisory councils: the Sharia Council, the Shura Council, Military and Security, The military and security councils are the most powerful. This 1+4 structure is then duplicated down the chain of command to the local levels.
قوي عزيز ومجالدة أعداء الله ووفقهم.
Born Awad Ibrahim al-Badri al-Samari, little is known about this cleric-turned-terrorist leader, now known as Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Part of the Iraqi insurgency, Baghdadi was arrested and held at Camp Bucca, an American prison in Iraq. Baghdadi joined al-Qaeda following his release. Now he is the most wanted and feared terrorist in the world, with a $10 million bounty on his head.